Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter, combustion and fossil fuel. Both the words are not new to you. Combustion means some burning of some substance or some object. And the word fossil fuel, it relates to the fuel, like I know that the words are coming in your mind. They are like petroleum, diesel, kerosene, such type of words. Fossil fuel, the fuel that is derived from the dead remains of the organisms which buried in ancient times, millions and trillions of years ago. Okay, so before starting this chapter, I'm going to ask you that if somewhere fire broke, see, if fire broke somewhere, what will come in your mind to extinguish that fire? So I have written some words over here. You are to relate it. If I blow oxygen cylinder on it, what do you think? The fire is going to extinguish? Yes, you're right. No, it won't. It is going to support the fire. It will help in burning more. Now, if I say that if I put water on fire, then what do you think will happen? It will extinguish fire? Yes, of course. What about kerosene? It is going to again provoke fire. It will enhance it. Okay. But what about sand? It is going to put off fire. Why? The oxygen will be cut off. As a result, the fire will get extinguished. Now, what about fire extinguisher? It is also going to extinguish fire. Why? Because there is carbon dioxide gas formed in it when it is broken, and as a result this carbon dioxide gas is going to cut off the connection of oxygen and the fire will extinguish. So the words, these are relating to putting off fire or extinguishing fire are sand, fire extinguisher, water. Okay, the fire will enhance or it will go on more when oxygen cylinder is going to work and kerosene is there. Fine. So as a result, what will happen? These three words are relating to extinguishing fire, while these two are going to promote the fire. Okay, it will go more and more. So today we are going to study about these things only. Combustion, which is related to extinguishing, or it is like burning of a substance which has some supporter of burning, like presence of oxygen, and heat is evolved and light is evolved. So such type of phenomena is known as combustion. So today we are going to study about combustion and fossil fuel. Okay, so first of all, we will discuss about combustion. What is combustion? As I right now told you, combustion means the process of burning of a substance in the presence of air, okay, and or oxygen, either air or oxygen. Okay, and what else happens when combustion is there? Then evolution of heat and light is there. Okay, so the process in which air or oxygen is required for burning of a substance and evolution of heat and light takes place, we call it combustion. What do we call it? Combustion. So I hope what is combustion is clear to you. So I am repeating again the definition. The process of burning of a substance in the presence of oxygen or air and the evolution of heat and light takes place, then we call that combustion is taking place. Okay. Now, related to this word, let us see some more words. What are the different words? If I say that combustion will take place when there should be some combustible substance. I am writing here combustible, C-O-M-B-U-S-T-I-B-L-E, combustible substance. What does this mean? What is the meaning of combustible substance? Combustible substance means the substance that burn in presence of air or oxygen is called a combustible substance. Okay? The substance that burns in presence of oxygen or air. Okay, the substance that burn in the presence of air or oxygen are called combustible substance. Okay, so what can be the example? Examples like wood, coal. Any other example that is coming in your mind? That is petrol. What do you use in the kitchen to cook food? That is LPG. We are going to study about all these also, etc. Okay, so these substances that burn in the presence of air or oxygen are known as combustible substance. So I hope you came to know what is combustible substance. You have come to know now. Okay, now the substance which do not burn, is it necessary that everything is going to burn? No, some substance will be there which are not going to burn at all. Okay, so what do we call them? We call them non-combustible substances. Okay, the substances that do not burn in the presence of air or oxygen are called non-combustible substances. Okay, the substances that do not burn in the presence of oxygen or air are called combustible substances. So can you name some non-combustible substances? Examples are, what are the examples? Like water. Do you think water will burn? No, not at all. Then sand, okay, cement, etc. Okay, so these can be the examples of non-combustible substances. Okay, now if anything burns, do you think that if we burn something, some object or some substance, it at once catches fire, or it takes some time to catch fire? See, you lit the matchstick, okay, you hit it on the matchbox and it starts burning, okay, and you bring it near a paper or a wood or a splinter. Do you think that it at once catches fire, or it takes some time to catch fire? See, now some substances are there which catch fire very quickly and which catch fire a little bit late. Okay, so it means what? They need some temperature at which they will start burning. Okay, if I say that petrol is spilled on the floor, it is spilled on the floor, and you burn a matchstick and throw it, what do you think? As you can see in the movies, etc., what happens? It at once catches fire. Okay, a paper is there, we burn the matchstick and then light the paper, burn the paper, try to burn. After some time it starts burning. Okay, same way if we bring a piece of wood and we start burning, do you think that it is going to catch fire very quickly? No, but after some time it may catch fire. So here comes the term which we call ignition temperature. Ignition temperature. a new word for you, ignition temperature. Okay, any substance that burns, it requires some minimum temperature, okay, at which it burns. Okay, so that temperature, that minimum temperature required for burning of a substance is known as ignition temperature. Okay, so what is the definition of ignition temperature? Any substance catch fire, any substance, we are talking about the combustible substances, the substances which can easily catch fire. So the substance which can catch fire when it attains the ignition temperature and gets sufficient supply of oxygen or air. Okay, so ignition temperature is the minimum temperature at which any substance starts burning in the presence of some combustible supporter, combustion supporter. That means the substance which gets some supply in which it can burn, for example oxygen or air. Okay, so combustible requirements are there. Okay, so an object or a substance, when it burns at minimum temperature, that temperature is known as ignition temperature. Okay, again I am repeating, the minimum temperature at which any substance starts burning in presence of oxygen or air is known as its ignition temperature. Ignition temperature. Spell out after me. IGNITION. Ignition. Ignition temperature. Okay. I hope I am clear to you. What is ignition temperature? The minimum temperature required for any substance to burn in presence of air or oxygen is known as ignition temperature. Okay. Now let us come to the next topic, and the topic is how many types of combustion is there? Okay, combustion and its types. How many types? Okay, so for it is of various types. If we categorize combustion, then it is of 3 types. Fine. We are going to write about them and we are going to discuss about them. The first is rapid combustion. What is the first one? Rapid combustion. Then second one is spontaneous combustion. You can get the hint from the names itself. What are the categories of the combustion? And the third one is explosion. Explosion. Okay. So we can categorize combustion into 3 different types. Okay. It is on which category? The rate at which substances catch fire. Okay, rate or speed. How speedily the combustion takes place. For that we have 3 types of combustion. And what are the 3 types? Let us see. Number 1 is rapid, number 2 is spontaneous, and number 3 is explosion. Okay, so let us again see rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion, and the explosion combustion. So let us discuss about the first one, that is rapid combustion. Okay, what does rapid combustion means? The word rapid means very fast, rapidly, quickly. Okay, so the combustion in which a substance burns very fast. Okay, I am saying the word rapid. Rapid means fast, quickly. Okay, when some external heat is provided to the substance, okay, and lot of heat is produced, then such type of combustion is known as rapid combustion. What do we call it? Rapid combustion. Again I am speaking, the combustion in which a substance burns very fast, very quickly, with external heat provided. Okay, when we provide some external heat and the substance burns very quickly and produces large amount of heat is known as rapid combustion. That is known as rapid combustion, just like LPG. Okay, you might have seen also LPG or petrol, it very quickly catches fire. It means the ignition temperature is very low. Okay, so what is rapid combustion? In which a substance catches fire very fast. Okay, and large amount of heat and light is evolved, is released. Example, LPG, petrol, etc. Such type of category falls in rapid combustion. Okay. Second one comes spontaneous. Spontaneous means on its own. Okay. Now, the substance which burn quickly without any external heat means we are not going to provide them heat and they suddenly starts burning. They spurt into burning. So, and produces large amount of heat and light. Okay. Again, let us see the word spontaneous means on its own. Means we are not providing any external heat and the substance is burning and releasing lot of heat. Okay. Such type of combustion is known as spontaneous. Remember, in this we are not giving any external source of heat or light. We are not burning anything, but the substance starts burning on its own. Okay, and produces large amount of heat and light. So such type of combustion will be called spontaneous combustion. Okay, when the substance burns on its own. Okay, releases large amount of heat and light. Okay, example. What are the example of such type of substances? Number one, we can take phosphorus. Okay, phosphorus. It burns on its own. If you keep it in air, it will burn. Phosphorus. And some coal dust in mines, etc. When the miners go to mine the coal, okay, so they are extracting the coal from underground and they have very low ignition temperature that they burn on their own. We are not giving any kind of heat to them. Okay, so such type of example will be coming in spontaneous combustion. The third one is explosion. The word itself is giving you hint. Explosion. What does explosion means? When the combustion produces large amount of heat, sound and gas. Okay, when there is a combustion and it produces large amount, a combustion which produces large heat, sound. Okay, on burning, if some substance produces large amount of heat, sound and gases, is called explosion. And what will be the example of explosion? Yes, I know it's coming in your mind. It is like crackers on Diwali, you might have heard and you might have seen, or in marriages. Okay, when people are in mood of merrymaking, they start bursting the crackers, and these sound or the explosion that is taking place is a type of combustion in which what is happening? Large amount of heat is being released, large amount of sound is produced and gases are produced. You might have just felt also that some pungent smell is released when the bombs etc. So example are crackers or bombs, and more many can be their example. Okay, so this is how we can talk about the topic of, we have introduced today the topic of combustion and flame, and we have learned what is combustion, what are the different types of combustion, and what is ignition temperature. So types of combustion, and then combustible substances and non-combustible substances. So today's work is that you need to define combustion, then combustible and non-combustible substances, give example, and then define ignition temperature. Next, last question is how many types of combustion are there, define them and give example.